Here's the thing I want to point out. Like when you see people being interviewed and these people are asking a guru, ask the guru anything. And the guru will say this nice little story that has a one-sided story to it. And some of them are really deep and really vast, but I can go deeper than all of those. It's not a competition. I mean, it's great that people are getting good thoughts in their mind, but they have to understand that God isn't personal. And to that point, God doesn't think, okay, you can go, pour gas on an anthill and burn it down and kill all those little innocent lives because you don't want the anthill there. Well, God is impersonal. He doesn't say, or it doesn't say, go ahead and kill that anthill. Go ahead and kill that squad of animals. Go ahead and just annihilate this. But when it comes to people, can't do that. Nope, can't do that because I'm God. I'm in human form. No. Don't you understand that the people who wrote the books that you've read are people trying to say that people have more ownership? The only reason we have some kind of hold over nature is because we scare them. They don't like us because we show them nothing but animosity and violence. We don't show love to things we don't know, at least on a whole. A lot of us do, but not enough of us do. Now, when I say something and it's true, and just because you don't like the way it sounds, people use this whole, well, that doesn't resonate with me. I'm like, because you're stuck in your resonation doesn't mean that you're right. If you want the truth, you're going to have to break out of this idea of vibration and resonating with everything. I don't resonate with violence. Oh, other people do. So if you want to affect that resonation being ended or halted or slowed down, you with your good vibration need to bring that into those negative ones and try. Because if you're watching negative things go on and you think that you're a spiritual person here on earth and you don't do anything about it and you think that you're the observer and you think that you're just supposed to watch it and witness it and say, oh, that wasn't me, you're a fool. You, knowing nature's law, natural law, when you see a wrong being done, if you don't stand up for that wrong, you're not as at fault, but you are still at fault. If you know people are poisoning people, if you know people are killing people, and you go, well, I don't want to get hurt, I don't want to be bothered, I don't want to think about that. I have other things that I have to do with my life. I've got this baseball game coming up tonight on TV. How dare you think that you're a spiritual person? You have a spirit in you, but you are not at all awake, and you need to be confronted on that. Because I'm sick of people thinking that they're awake when they're letting just horrible things going on in their world and not speaking about it until it's resolved. Instead, they go, well, that's what's going on. Let's think of something good. That's satanic. You say, oh my God, this is really happening? Oh, let me watch this cartoon because I don't want to be bothered. That is satanic. Don't think that it means that you have to have goat heads and horses' heads and crosses and, upside down inverted pentagram. None of that stuff matters. Those are signs. Those are symbols. If you think God is a symbol, then you're a fucking buffoon. Seriously. If you think God is in a book and that some person wrote it down, you are a buffoon. Because everyone heard a different story, but it all leads to the same thing. And guess what? I am that. Not this body, but this body knows it. And just like when they interview those master gurus and they have something they spit off right off the top of their head, I do have answers for everything. And a lot of things I just say right off the top of my head because I remember it. But just like last Tuesday, you can't remember what you had for breakfast unless you think about it and try to be sure of it. When it gets into some other past life along this timeline, I can go into that space and get the real answer that really happened. But because I have to connect so deeply and I am not this body and I am not this ego and I truly know what that means, when I come back to who I am, I feel more like that person. I feel more of the problems they had in that body. I feel that kind of thing because I had to go into that person to understand it. And I brought back more of those feelings. So every time I do that, there's a risk of bringing back something else that other people don't understand. So I'd rather not do that. I'd rather help people live right now. And if that doesn't make enough sense to them and they think I'm speaking woo-woo, they need to come and sit and talk to me so I can do it calmly and nicely and show them who they are, who we've been, and what the world is all about. I'm the only person who can really explain this to people, and I have to be brave enough to tell it. Because whether anyone would condemn me, burn me, kill me, make fun of me, the truth is more important than them liking me. The truth is what needs to be known. And I've died many times for this. And if nothing happens this time, I'll die many more times for it. And the I that is speaking is also your children who are dying from the poison that you aren't standing up against. So please, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the people who need to be stopped until they stop, and then forgive them. At the same time, forgive that you were unaware up till now and work towards making it right, because the people that are doing the wrong things have only done it by the way the world has led us to be, by us not being awake enough. Until next time, I want you to really think about that.